Welcome back to our weekly podcast, Get Lit, Literacy and Technology. My name is Dalen Dunbar, and I'm a current Noyce graduate research assistant, and today I have a very special guest with us. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Dr. Eric Busby. Thank you for having me, and hello to everyone. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great to have you. And today we will be discussing how 3D printers are used in the industrial technology field and related careers. Can you explain how 3D printing has evolved in the industrial sector and over the past decade?
I'd say first, you've had 3D printing has pretty much gone from, being able to print like small objects, or, you had people that would make toys and that sort of thing out of them.
Yes, sir.
Now it's gone to where you're 3D printing houses, and it's impacting various industries because, I can set up a rig outside and I can help address some of the labor shortages, for lack of a better term, with this technology.
Gotcha.
Right. So it's definitely evolved, and it's continuously evolving. And I think as technology and material and that sort of thing evolves, we'll definitely have options to use it in industry in the future.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And could you discuss any notable case studies where 3D printing significantly improved efficiency or innovation in the IT field?
It's definitely improved in terms of machining. Items or products that you wanted to test or bring to market, you used to would fabricate them out of some type of metal, or it was a kind of a labor intensive process. And over time, now we can take something in a CAD lab, for example, and hook it up to a 3D printer in the class, or now we have a new vertical CNC milling machine that we're about to bring online here in the next couple of weeks, to where the students can actually draw something on a computer lab in our CAD lab, send it over to the machine, and it fabs it right then.
Wow.
Right,
Wow.
Whereas normally we had to go and procure the material. There was a process. There was, okay, we got to measure the material. We got to get it right. We got to do, and now all of a sudden it's just, okay, here it is, and it just zips out.
Just cut down on time and everything.
Time and efficiency,
Yes,
and even in terms of construction, Lennar Homes has just finished, I think, what's the country's first entirely 3D printed home subdivision.
Wow.
In Arlington.
That's crazy.
And you've been to the International Builder Show
Yes,
with us
sir.
in Las Vegas, and they had a 3D printing. They were 3D printing the house in the back lot of the convention center, right? With the rig, and everybody's kind of looking at this thing like, oh, that's gonna be a real house, right? But that's where that's where technology has gone.
Yes, sir. And how do you see the future of 3D printing evolving in the IT field?
Man, I think the sky's the limits. I think as consumer demand, or as the market kind of realizes the opportunities that exist in that realm, it's like, oh, the possibilities are endless, right? Like it will become, because now you have people that are fabricating, and I'll say firearms. You can stem a firearm. You can do. Man, they're doing all kinds of stuff. Just, it's kind of whatever you can imagine, and whatever equipment that you have, you can do anything.
Yes, sir.
So I don't think it's been a situation where industry has resisted it. I think now there are some limitations. You're limited in design, especially on the construction side. You're limited to design. You're limited to some of the things that you have. But that's just because we hadn't gotten that far yet. We hadn't asked the question.
We haven't.
To get that, to kind of go figure out that answer. But I know I was talking to Dr. Miller in passing here probably about an hour ago, and there are some builders that are building homes on the border, 3D printing technology.
Man.
So and for the audience, these homes are built out of concrete. So
I didn't think they knew that.
So the exterior walls are concrete, and then they come in and then they do, they'll do the interior framing and do drywall and that sort of thing. So it's a regular house on the interior, using the same type of windows, same type of doors. The shell of the house is just concrete. So how does that So going forward, how does that happen, or how does that impact places that suffer from hurricanes? So you look in those places that are in, that have severe storm impacts. How does that change their quality of life? Right? Because
Yes,
now
sir.
I can go and just like anything else, like with the flat screen TV. You can get a flat screen TV now for less than $100.
Sure can.
Black Friday at Walmart, you'll get a 40-inch TV for $79 because the technology has progressed to the point to where it's scalable. Now it's scalable, it's affordable.
It is.
So the more that technology advances and you can figure out how to improve the construction methods of these homes, possibilities are endless.
Sky's the limit, man.
Sky's the limit.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your insights with our viewers on the podcast. Your expertise and knowledge on 3D printing in the IT field has been incredibly valuable. We appreciate your time and hope to have you in the future.
All right, thanks for having me. I'll be glad to come back.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.